Nati Ravanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Yam Jai Jamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Giri Varadari Jaya Soda Nandana Jaya Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Giri Varadari Ayashoda Nandana Jaya Braja Jana Ranjana Jaya Yashoda Jaya Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Hare. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Oh Jaya Dvaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela, chapter 24. Explanations of the Atmaram verse, text 281. Narada kahe aicharaha tumi bhagyavan. Etabali duvi jana haila antadan. Narada kahe aichataha tumi bhagyavan. Etabali dui jana hoila antadan. Narada kahe aicharaha tumi bhagyavan. Etabali dui jana hoila antadan. Narada kahe aicharaha tumi bhagyavan. Etabali dui jana hoila antadan. Narada kahe aicharaha tumi bhagyavan. Etabali dui jana haila antadan. Narada kahe. Narada Muni said, Aicharaha. Live like that. Tumi Bhagavan. Certainly you are very fortunate. Etabali. Saying this, Duijana, both Narad Muni and Pavat Muni, Hoila Antadan, disappeared. Translation. Narad Muni approved his not wanting more than a daily supply of food, and he blessed him, saying, "You are fortunate." Narad Muni and Pavat Muni then disappeared from that place. Text 281. Eita kahilon tomaya vyadera akyana yashunilehoe sadhu sangha prabhava jnana. Translation. Thus I have narrated the incident of the hunter. By hearing this narration, one can understand the influence of association with devotees. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to stress that even a hunter, the lowest of men, could become a topmost Vaishnav simply by associating with Narad Muni or a devotee in his bona fide disciplic succession. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurum Shri Yutapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Ragunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusuta Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanang Pavinebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Hari Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvi Navaditam Astu Ma Vidvisavahai Om Shanti 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 Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim Yat kripa tamaham vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Jai Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 24 explanations of the Atmaram verse. Within this chapter, Lord Chaitanya is demonstrating just how profound Vaishnava philosophy is. How within the shloka Atmaramas Chamunayo Nikranta Aparukrame Ahitukim Kuvanta Ahitukim Bhaktim Bhuta Guno Hari. That Lord Krishna Itam Bhuta Guno Hari. He is self-satisfied within himself, Atmarama. He has no desire to fulfill. There is no external source upon which he depends for his happiness and self-satisfaction. And of course, already the Vaishnavas say, well, he doesn't need any happiness from any other source, really. But in regular understanding of Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is that he is complete, Om Punamada Punamidam. He doesn't need anything because he's complete and he's whole. And so the Atmaram name of God is describing that he's self-sufficient source of everything he needs. The esoteric understanding of the Vaishnavas, when we understand the personal feature of Krishna, we understand that he is completely dependent on his Ladini Shakti, Shrimati Radharani, for his pleasure. She is his pleasure potency. And that Krishna also is depending on his pure devotees who expand the pleasure potency. Krishna has expanded himself into many plenary portions, expansions of expansions, jivas, to increase the joy of love. The more lovers Krishna has, the more pleasure he experiences. And that is his eternal position, always increasing the pleasure of his associates and therefore himself, relishing more and more happiness. It is said there's a competition between the abode of love and the shelter of love. When Krishna looks upon the devotees who are radiating joy in his service, seeing his beauty, his charm, they become more beautiful. And Krishna, seeing their beauty, he is pleased, and by his pleasure, he displays newer and newer beauty and charm. And the devotees are further captivated and they look more glorious, and their prema is amazing to Krishna, and Krishna is pleased. And in this way, eternally so, love dances, prema dances. And therefore the waves of love of God can never be exhausted. Ananta Dev, Ananta Shesh, unlimited mouths. He's trying to glorify Krishna, his qualities, his pastimes. He can't find the shore of that ocean. So Atmaramas Chamunayo Nigranta Apurukrama, the sages, they are also trying to understand Krishna. To understand Krishna, they've risen above the influence of material modes of nature. They are Brahmabhuta, Prasanatma, Nasochati, Nakangshati, Samasaveshu, Bhuteshu, Madbhaktim Labate Param. Brahmabhuta, nothing to do with mundane stimulation, mundane attraction. Already on the Brahman platform, I'm the soul, and therefore looking at the expanse of the Brahma Jyoti for some nourishment. So that brings prasanatma, some happiness of the soul. But this happiness of the Atma is preliminary. Its fruits are that there's no lamentation, which is great. I mean, we are like lamentation bhaktas. No hankering, fires in the heart. If I only could have this, if only, if. So this is an advanced position of Brahmabhuta. However, Lord Krishna says this is just the beginning of bhakti. If one comes to this stage where one realizes their oneness in quality with the Lord, I am spiritual, I am Brahman, Aham Brahmasmi, then they will experience this position of no lamenting and no hankering. And they will be able to have equal vision. They see within every living being their qualitative nature of soul. These are parts and parcels of Bhagavan. At least this is the devotee's vision. The yogi at Brahmabhuta, he's seeing how the souls are all practically one energy. So this vision is the beginning of devotional service. So such sages, being satisfied by discovering their immortal nature, they are not attracted. But here we are hearing in the Atmaram verse that Lord Krishna, however, because itam bhuto gunohari, the qualities of Krishna are adbhut, amazing, fantastic. They blow the mind, that even these self-satisfied sages become attracted. The four Kumaras, the youngest, oldest sages, Brahma's eldest sons, they protested. Brahma had a mission. No one begets children to achieve some ambition. Generally, like that, the womb is like this bow that shoots out the arrow of the child into the world. Conquer, child, conquer. Bring glory, bring Lakshmi. Brahma's mission was to populate the universe. And here is four, firstborn sons, and go ahead and procreate and fill up the universe. And they were like, Pitaji, no ways, we're not going to do that. How come? No, we don't want to become entangled. So they simply grew and stayed at the age of 5, 6 years old. Because then the children, their body doesn't present these obstacles that youth and going forward brings. And so the four Kumaras, when they went to Vaikuntha, they wanted the darshan of Lord Narayan. Who is that rascal who doesn't want the darshan of Lord Narayan? It is us in this material world. We want Lakshmi without Narayan. They wanted the lotus feet of Narayan. And when they went there, then it is said their nostrils came in touch with the aroma coming from the Tulsi manjaris that are placed at the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. And they were amazed. Remember, they are self-satisfied. There's nothing they need. From within, they are deriving pleasure. Ramante yogino anante satyanande chidatmani. So, what is going on? And then they could understand this personality. Something about him is most desirable. And in that way, although they were Brahmavadis, they were introduced to the platform of Bhakti. And they were interested in the devotional service of that Supreme Personality of Godhead. And so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu here is breaking apart this shloka, word for word, sometimes syllable to syllable. And as we understand, sutra is like condensed, packed in knowledge. And he's like fluffing it out. And in this way, also recognizing the point that different sages, different sadhus, according to their angle of vision or according to their state of heart, they see the Siddhanta from different points of view. However, Mahaprabhu is demonstrating that bhakti is the thread that unites all angles of vision. That Krishna is like the hub of the wheel of so many branches of philosophy, of speculation. That if Krishna is established, then he reconciles all sorts of seeming contradictions. Yes, he is the source of all. He is the point of life. He is the origin of all. When that vision is lacking, then everything loses its charm. At least to the hearts of the pure devotees. Bhagavatam says, even philosophy about transcendence, when it is lacking the flavor of devotion to the Supreme Lord, it falls flat. The whole Bhagavatam was spoken because Vyasadeva had compiled so much amazing philosophy, different divisions of it, but it didn't fulfill the author himself. He went back to Gurudev. Oh, Gurudev, I've done this seva, but nothing in the heart, dry. What is the cause? Narada Muni, who is the sadhu, physician, diagnosed the disciple. Prabhu, you did such lovely service, Jai, but you have only encouraged people into religion. Because the karmakandic process is so many fruits of doing this, doing that, you will get this, you will get that. And you have neglected to glorify the lotus feet of Shri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan. And therefore, you are feeling despondent. And so, how can you distribute? You cook a sabji and you offer it to Krishna, hopefully. Not like my cousin I visited a few years ago. And he wanted to demonstrate how he's become like a great vegetarian cook. And he was putting together whatever it was. And as he's cooking, he's licking the spoon and tasting. And I'm just thinking, oh, Krishna. So, you are tasting your own sabji and it's not making you happy. Will you go out and distribute? Unless you want to cheat the people. You know, it didn't come together. So Vyasadeva, then it is said that he went into deep meditation. And at the height of his realization, he could understand. He saw the absolute truth and he saw mature nature standing there in submission to her, to him, and in that realization, he gave the Srimad Bhagavatam. I think we will talk about Srimad Bhagavatam in the afternoon. So this is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In one sense, it's a spiritual flex, this chapter. He's just really just showing off how unlimited knowledge of Krishna is. And so, after he's been describing this, then we hear the pastime of how Narada Muni with his friend Parvat Muni, and make a note, even the great Narada has friends. We need friends. Without real friends, then we have no shoulder to lean on. We have no proper feedback of what's going on. And generally friends give us friendly competition. They inspire us. Oh, so you have read this many chapters of this book. I have to also go read, because you will start talking to me about it and I haven't read it. Remember in school, some people watch some show and the next morning, everyone's discussing the show they watched last night. And if you've not watched, then you are left out in the conversation. So Narad Muni met this hunter, Mrigrari. And Mrigrari is part of a family that hunted animals, but they had a unique and horrible way in which they did that hunting. The whole ras, just like cats, have you ever seen how cats sometimes catch some lizard or some bird, and then the cat just sits there and kind of smacks the thing around, and maybe it's broken some wing or some serious bone, and the cat is just... And when it's not moving, he kind of checks on it. Hey, Baba, do something. He wants to enjoy, try and escape. And then the bird tries to flutter away, and the cat chases it and half killing it, or slowly killing it. The thrill of the chase, the thrill of the kill. So Mrigrari had the same style. Hurt the animal, but not kill it, and then watch it trying to stay alive. I don't know what it added to the kill, but I guess some people enjoy in different ways. This is material nature. Yes. Narad, seeing this, he thought, what a cruel person. But then, because he's Narad Muni, he's Paraduka Duki, he immediately defaulted to the compassionate position. Such an individual inflicting such pain and suffering to others, how much suffering will he in return receive? And Narada Muni thought, I must help this soul. This is his empowerment. He travels everywhere to reclaim fallen souls. And he's in our parampara. Srila Prabhupada said, just like Narada Muni, who was cursed by Daksha, Narad came upon Daksha's sons. Again, Brahma had his 4, Daksha had like 10,000. And his progenitor, his sons are supposed to continue the family business. What's our family business, Prabhu? Vedas. There's a whole book by Sheshaka Prabhu, Our Family Business. So everybody has some family business, some ideal they want to achieve. So Daksha, being a progenitor, had his sons for that purpose. But Narad Muni, when he saw them, fit, strong, effulgent, good brain, these boys will make good bhaktas. Before they become polluted, let me inject Bhakti wisdom. And they understood, yes. Pravritti Marg, Nivritti Marg, they are bona fide. But this Nivritti Marg is like a shortcut. If we get all this involvement in universal procreation and managing, we may just get sidetracked, entangled. Let us become brahmacharis. This is where the brahmacharis clap. No, you don't. You have to undercover. But we need blessings all around. So they had the blessings of Narad. Just keep the main thing the main thing. But Daksha, when he found out now his sons, they don't want to enter Grihastha life, what is this nonsense? So he was upset. And he also was upset because you have to look, parents generally are like that. The child can be a rascal. Just, it's my child. But as soon as they do something crazy off, they're looking for who influenced my kid. It's his friends. It's never really the child. Although your child is really like sometimes out of proper conduct. So like that, can you blame Daksha? 10,000 of your sons. You had a whole plan. And the next thing, who's this? Come here and tell my sons to do something different. So any parent would be annoyed. We have parents of devotees here who are still proper annoyed with Hare Krishnas. Yeah? He's agreeing. Yes, because becoming a Brahmana, because this Brahminical culture means this, sitting on the floor, simple life, draping yourself with some pieces of cloth. It's not, a career path that leads to lots and lots of money. And so the parents can immediately detect no more interest in sense gratification. Because if you're interested in sense gratification, then you'll have to work hard to get the money to get sense grat. Whereas when you're a Brahmana, according to what is supplied, after Krishna enjoys, this is our enjoyment. We are happy getting garlands. It's like garlands, So Daksha, he controlled himself because he's also well trained in the Vedic culture. He held back his anger against the sage. And he went back to the drawing board. I can get kids again. So he did it again. This time he got 1,000 sons. And again, Narada Muni Bhajaya Vina Radhika Ramanahari. He's going everywhere in Sankirtan. Yeah, this is our madness. Anyway, give us a chance, we'll sing and dance. When others are trying to play their part on the theater stage of success and happiness, in their tribal uniforms of suits and ties and Levi jeans and briefcases. We sing and dance the holy name of Krishna. And that gives us joy that, in fact, we get a chance to see that what they are trying to do, this program, is a little dull. And it's replicated everywhere, from New York to Milan to Sydney, same program. We do Harinam with Harinam Ruchi. And we're on the streets, and all these cities look so wonderful, so nice actually. But when you're distributing books, sometimes you then trail back until you can't hear the kirtan. And then all of a sudden, it's just all the same, just people walking around, same type of restaurant, same program. Then we realize actually what makes all these cities wonderful is that we are chanting Krishna's name. Then you're just happy, like, wow, I'm glad I'm a Hare Krishna, wow, Melbourne is actually fantastic. But without that Harinam, it's just like try, same. So this is our program, and we can clearly see it's a magnitudes above what material energy can offer. The pleasure of connecting with Krishna. Anyway, Daksha, he preached, his sons were preached to again. And then this time, he couldn't hold it together. He cursed Narada Muni. That just as you've disturbed the sense gratification of my kids, I curse you that you will never enjoy such pleasures of having your own locale and furnish it and enjoy. You cannot even stay 3 days in one place. And Narada Muni is just like there's everywhere to go to give Krishna consciousness. And so Srila Prabhupada said, in the same way, the parents of my disciples are also cursing me. That although I have this whole international society, so many temples, so many nice rooms in every temple, it's like you go upstairs, nice quarters. I cannot stay. And he was telling his disciples that this is your inheritance. And the sannyasi says, Jai Prabhupada. So this mood of the Vaishnava, that ours is, we are distributing Vrindavan, the prospects of Vrindavan. Golokera Premadana Harinam Sankirtan. And so when we distribute what is the treasure of Goloka, meaning we're giving the best to the people who are least qualified. Now charity, if it is given to someone who's pious, this is nice. Oh, you're charitable. But we can understand they're pious, they have good karma, they deserved such charity. But when you give charity, not you give something that someone already has, nothing changes, they'll take it and appreciate. You give something that is rare, no one has. And you give it to the least qualified, who doesn't deserve it. Now that is Mahavadanyaya. Therefore, Gauranga Mahaprabhu is the most munificent, most magnanimous. Adbhuta Audorya, Adbhuta Vadanya, Adbhuta Karunya. In all departments, Adbhut. Atmarama Chamunayo Nigrand Apurukama. Then Itam Bhuta Guno Hari. The qualities of Hari are mind-blowing. We did Vamana Dev, little dwarf. You know that game, I Made You Look? Always, as kids, you'd come, you tap one shoulder, and when the person turns, you're actually on the other side. This is Krishna. You think you understand, you see something. He's 1 minute just the smallest, diminutive, humble boy, and next thing, 2 steps is taken the whole universe. Urukrama. Amazing, his activities. So the devotees are part of this, and they're distributing what is the most amazing in Vrindavan, what is distributed personally by Srimati Radharani in the form of the holy name of Krishna, and indiscriminately to everyone. Narad saw this man, immediately his heart wanted to give him the best thing. Yes, the devotees distribute mercy. Jeev Jago, Gora Chandra Bole, Kota Nidra, Jao Maya, Pisa Chirakole. Wake up, sleeping soul. You're sitting on the lap of the witch Maya and you think you are enjoying Zurich. Yes, 2% inflation. Steadiest nation on the planet. Who doesn't want to be here? But the sadhu understands, no, Baba, this half-killing of animals, you think it's how you maintain your family. Yeah, look at our society. Like China was accused atheistic by so-called Christian America. The Chinese said, look at our economy. We're doing it without all your religion, so. If the standard is material advancement, then the argument for God doesn't hold. Because it doesn't mean that God or His mercy translates to material advancement. No. His Prema Pumata Mahan. He's beyond the four goals of mature life, dharma, artha, kama, and moksha. No, Krishna, his devotees, it seems that yasyaham anugrinami taddanam shanai. Harisya taddanam shanai. Special mercy of Krishna, which even us, we tread lightly. Sometimes devotees, we don't want that. If I especially favor somebody, Krishna says, then I take away everything. Take away his money, his friends, his reputation. And then he becomes a wretch that even his friends, his relatives, they want nothing to do with him or her. Why are you exposing him? Hare Krishna. So this is Krishna. And Krishna means he's reflected, his qualities are reflected in the hearts of the devotees. That to give the best thing, they are willing to take all that shines and all that is valuable materially. Because then you get the best thing, you get the Lord. So Narad told him, break your bow, forget that you are maintaining your family by this half-killing animals business. This is ugra karma. It will hurt you, it will hurt them. He followed, and then he was given the process of bhakti, some sadhana to perform. He followed that. And then all his maintenance problems, he was so afraid. Broke my bow, I cannot hunt, what will happen? People heard, Mrigrari, the hunter, the half-killer. He's become a sadhu. So even out of curiosity, some people came to check. Really? Him? Sadhu? How? What is this magic that could make such a heinous sinner become a sadhu? They came to see and they found, yes, he's chanting Nam, he's doing puja. Oh, wow. And because of the piety of the people, they came to also invest. Spiritual investment is that you give to the sadhu because you will get something back. They make withdrawals, they come and touch the feet. I saw a little clip of Jayapataka Maharaj. He hosted one British journalist who documents things in Mayapur some time back. And so they are walking at Prabhupada's Samadhi, and the Bengalis are coming and throwing themselves at his feet, and he's blocking. And then this journalist asked him, hey, so why are you not allowing them to touch your feet? At first he said, how come they're touching your feet and not mine? And then Jayapataka Maharaj said, no, you're fortunate. Actually, when they're touching the feet, and why we're stopping them, it's not that it's just, oh, you're so wonderful, they're touching your feet. The other side of it is that they are leaving their bad karma and they're taking some good karma from you. So, it's a brilliant way to clear karma. Try to throw it in the big fire. So the sadhu is supposed to be a big fire. He can digest it. He can deal with it. So they brought everything under the sun for his worship, and there was now too much. And the disciple that he was, he came back to Gurudev to say that you please, you stop the people from giving me. Now I only want as much that 2 people can eat and survive. The former hunter said, please do not send so much grain. Only send what is sufficient for 2 people. No more, no more. He could understand that the mercy of his guru is what is bringing all this facility. Because Gurudev said, give up, sarvadhamam parityaja, Mame Kamsa Nambraja. And he surrendered. Then he said, Krishna will protect you. Don't fear. He will maintain you. Krishna Mata, Krishna Pita, Krishna Dhanapran. Krishna is our mother, is our father. He's the wealth of our lives. And so Mrigayu followed the process, and now so much is coming. And now he's begging his guru, no more, no more. Just stop them. They're giving too much. When will that day be ours? Huh? When we have to hide the undi. No more donations. Krishna, please. There's too much donations. Please stop them. This is every temple presence. Contemplation. When will that day be mine? Where we can be like Mrigari. No more donations. So Narada Muni approved his not wanting more than a daily supply of food. And he blessed him, saying, you are fortunate. Narada Muni and Parvat Muni then disappeared from that place. So Gurudev has given everything to the disciple. He delivered him from the doorsteps of Yamaraj's hellish planets. He gave him his relationship with the Lord. And by that relationship, he is able to maintain his physical body. And the disciple has acquired detachment. Kyanayat asuvairagyam, kyanam chayat ahaitukam. Vasudeva Bhagavati, Bhakti Yogam Adokshaje. By engaging in devotion to Vasudeva, who is a Dokshaja, that personality beyond the range of the material senses, then causeless knowledge and detachment arise. And so today we come to the end of that Leela, which Srila Prabhupada writes that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to stress that even a hunter, the lowest of men, could become a topmost Vaishnava simply by associating with Narada Muni or a devotee in his bona fide disciplic succession. So this is our optimism. Whatever it is that we are or that we were, now that we are associated with this disciplic line of Narada Muni and such devotees, then our own hearts also will be transformed. That we also can become topmost Vaishnavas, Paramahansas, Saragrahi Vaishnavas, knowing the essence, freed from lamentation and hankering, absorbed in the service of Krishna, making him the primary concern of our lives. How is the son of Nanda Maharaj happy? What does he need? How can he be satisfied? Therefore, Krishna, 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 hey. Krishna consciousness, the original consciousness, the blissful consciousness. This is what we are looking for. And for that, we will take whatever so-called trouble. Because that so-called trouble, whatever tapasya, troubles of our anathas, are just stepping stones to attaining that which even the Atmaramas, the sages who are self-satisfied, are also hankering for. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Bhadra Punima ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gopremanande. Hare Krishna, thank you. Any? Yes, Sanjay.
Maharaj, I have one confusion because Srila Prabhupada, I don't know that exact, but there was one, I don't know, they saw a video or something, and it was some sannyasi, some spiritual advertiser, and he said that, no, don't give me money, don't give me money, I want it. And Srila Prabhupada responded to this and said that they should bring their money to me. I will take all their money. I will take more and more money. So it seems that Srila Prabhupada had no problem to get the money as full as possible.
Yes.
He was not like, don't do this.
Shying away from money. Yes, they were telling Srila Prabhupada, there's this amazing sadhu, he's so renounced, he's so advanced. Prabhupada, he doesn't even touch money. And Prabhupada was he's saying, tell them to bring all that money here and we'll show them how to engage it all in Krishna's service. By tomorrow, it will all be gone, we will need more. Yes. So yes, one who knows the ultimate goal, like Lord Krishna says, that the purpose of a small body of water, a reservoir, it can be fulfilled by a bigger reservoir of water. So one who knows where it's all headed, what's the purpose of things. And Srila Prabhupada understood Lakshmi belongs to Narayan. And in fact, not enough money. And it's by design, actually. Krishna doesn't give the devotees enough Lakshmi. That somehow, it's a whole controversy. In Krishna book it's discussed about the worshippers of Lord Shiva and the worshippers of Lord Vishnu. Worshippers of Lord Shiva seem to thrive. So Prabhuji, make a note there. Shiva. Oh, Namah Shivaya. He's Vaishnavanam Yata Shambhu. Even he is facing there. But because he wants to be absorbed, take what you want, leave me alone, let me focus. So he gives all sorts of scraps, and then people think, I got the best thing, it's shiny. But he doesn't need it, take it, just don't disturb me. So yes, the Vaishnavas, they understand that to serve the unlimited person, then so much resources are needed. But the Lord, he understands that if I give Lakshmi Devi, she will agitate the mind. Then all of a sudden, so many desires. Like right now, if somebody deposited 20,000 of a good currency in your account, and then all of a sudden you remember, I wanted to go there and there, maybe I should fly there. It's like money has that power. And if there's all facility here, then the devotees lose their vairagya side. No austerity, no endeavoring for Krishna. We were discussing, why should we sell books? We have enough money. But if you can see that every month, if you don't get so much in, then you may fall under the red line. So then there's endeavor. So yes, Prabhupada, even he would tell journalists how much money we're collecting every month. We're collecting crores of rupees. And they think, he's saintly, he should be trying to hide that we are trying to collect money, Yes, bring it all here and we will use it in one day and ask for more. Srila Prabhupada, the key. Yes. He's also such out-of-the-box sadhu. Just like we were saying about Vamanadev. You think he's this, next thing is that. He breaks stereotypes. He broke so many. That journalist that said, do you live in comforts? Do you own like some yachts or this or that? Or why have they driven you here in a Rolls Royce? Srila Prabhupada said, what is this Rolls Royce? I'm a representative of God. They should have brought a golden car. He said, I know you are envious. That's why you... This is straight talk. So you're envious, and anyway, what you're envious for is also useless. The guru should be treated as good as God. Can you imagine that? This is media on TV. It's telling them straight. The guru has to be worshipped as good as God. And so what is this Rolls Royce? They should have brought a golden car. And the disciples, Jai Prabhupada. Yes, it's our founder, Acharya. Therefore, he's saving us because the truth. He didn't sugarcoat it, he told it. And those who are sincere, they appreciate. And therefore, we bow down again and again to Srila Prabhupada. Okay, anyone else? Any thoughts? Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki. Hare Krishna Jai. Vanchakalpataribhyascha. Kripa Sindhu Bhyavacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo.
Bhakti Gauranga Maharaj ki.
The power of association, yeah? That's the point.